back to Coastal Living. We got Stefan Lewis here, your
Thank
beach and
you.
surf reporter, back on the set.
I'm going to start out by saying I was a little bit jealous because I didn't get to do the costume thing with you guys. And then
Hey, but you still showed up and you
I know,
witnessed it, right?
I did, and I had my little flannel on so I could do the cholo thing.
Yeah.
But one of the things I was dealing with was obviously Owen being sick.
How's
So
he
little
feeling?
one.
he's feeling better. I know you're going through this now.
Yeah, my
and
son
so,
has been sick
Poor
for a while now.
Yeah,
babies.
and it's just tough, you know. And so we did get out and trick or treat yesterday, especially after Dad got out of the water. We're doing a vlog on Surfing Texas, and so we were
Tell
running
our viewers
around.
what a vlog is.
A vlog is a video blog, and so what we're doing is we're doing kind of like a reality, you know, off the cusp. Here we are in the Gulf Coast, and this is what's happening. Because you go everywhere in the world, and you go, hey, I'm a surfer, and they go, where are you from? You go, I'm from Texas, and they go, where do you surf in Texas? And I'm like, God, these people must have failed geography because we have a very large body of water.
Right.
It's very moody. And so you see conditions all the time that are very surfable. And even in the Great Lakes, they have waves. You know, we just came off of a very serious cold front. So you got to see 14 foot at 8 seconds. And, you know, people go, 14 foot at 8 seconds? Is that like Hawaii? No. But we get the waves,
Yes.
you know, and it is fun, and you do get to ride them on a shortboard. So what we're trying to do is entertain the public and show them that we do have this in our backyard, just like a skate park, but it's a natural skate park that shows itself every once in a while. And obviously, I'm in tune with it. So this week, we see the cold front season is just going to start coming rapidly. So every 4 days,
We're
you start to
excited about
see
it.
that north, you know, up there by Alaska, and it starts to spin, and then it drives all the way through the continental U.S., and we have waves for a couple days, and it gets warm, and we're like, why can't we wear jackets all the time? So we're in our wetsuits because the outside temperature is definitely cold. It's frigid with the 35-mile-an-hour wind, of course. And the water's still warm. So we'll see warm water through mid-November, and then as we continue to see this cold front come through over and over again, we'll see the water cool down into the lower 60s.
Okay.
And then it'll be a requirement
Maybe
to wear.
mid-December or?
I think mid-November, and then as you get into December, January, and February, for
Okay.
sure it's
For
like
sure it's going to be cold.
you have to be avid.
Okay. So,
So-
with these cold fronts that are going to continuously come, it's going to, you know.
Oh yeah, it's going to be, and you have the bay water changes so drastically, just like your pool. So anytime you have a cold front show up, you'll know if you have shallow water, it goes 15 degrees crazy cold, where the Gulf is thousands of feet deep in some areas, and it takes a while for it to change. So if you look at the buoy right now, and at 60 nautical miles, 60 miles, it's 80 degrees. So, you know, that's conducive
Ain't no
for,
winter over here.
Right. So you have those drastic, you know, weather fronts that just push and push and push and push, and then the atmosphere changes, and then you better have a good wetsuit, which we have great wetsuits. So with that being said, we have a good week coming up. It looks like we'll have
Awesome.
some head-high surf, more in an easterly fetch,
Okay.
and it looks like it's going to be anywhere between the 3 and 6 foot range, but it always changes, you know?
Yeah.
I'm constantly getting flack because, in a sense, we have a very moody area right here. We're in that coastal bend, so it can be
Oh, yeah.
predicted that, oh, it's going to be great, and then all of a sudden 24 hours the wind shifts and there's some kind of climatic change and you don't get the results that you thought you were going to get. So people are like, hey, I depended on your report, and I'm like,
Hey,
I'm
it's
trying.
You can make a pretty picnic, but you can't predict the weather.
Oh my God.
That was a great
love when she
segue,
sings.
yes.
I wish she could just sing my whole segment.
Sorry, Miss Jackson. Okay, but sorry to you, you missed our Halloween gig.
I know.
But
I loved
you had
looking
your
at it,
own.
though.
Last week we were talking about that surfing competition
Yeah.
you were going out to where everyone
Right.
was going to be dressed up. Did you bring photos? You
Well,
promised us
I
photos.
did submit the photos that were
Okay.
given to me, which we were sad.
Oh my
there
God.
you go. And
How
granted,
cool is that?
So we had a lot of waves, and then the offshore wind blew them kind of flat, but we had enough waves to have the competition, so all the kids could be involved.
Oh my goodness.
There you go. We've got there's the
Skeleton.
Stefan headstand going
I
down on
love
the ones
it. Look,
and
you already
twos.
started a fad.
See? So it was very fun, and there was a lot of interaction with the kids and candy, and it was all the way up from 3 years old to 50 years old.
I love it.
Look
Is
at
that
that.
a banana in the front?
This is in Port A. So this is at the Horace Caldwell Pier. And this is going to be an annual event put on by Texas Surf Camps. Morgan Faulkner, he does all kinds of stuff with the community as far as integrating
cool.
the
And
surfing.
the water even looks great.
Oh,
with-
it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. This time of year is when we have the prettiest beach moments.
I'll tell
the
you.
Flintstones.
There you go.
Who was your favorite?
How awesome is
I would have to
that?
say the Grim Reaper.
The Grim Reaper,
yeah.
So
yeah.
that was something that definitely was
I like the one lonesome pumpkin.
I love that though. I mean, honestly, everyone's just, they're actually cold, but they're all into it, and
Yeah.
the surfing takes away from the cold. We see that though. It's crazy because there's an autism camp, and they bring out either wounded warriors or then, kids that are, struggling with autism, and their parents don't ever hear them say that many words, and then they surf, and all of a sudden they're saying 12 and 15
Yeah.
words, and they're
Oh,
like,
that's
how did
awesome.
this happen?
And it's so therapeutic. Just
It is. It's weird how Mother Nature, when you harness the raw energy, what it'll do to you.
Yeah.
100%.
I
agree.
encourage everyone to come out and try it at springtime. I
Yeah.
know you have to be avid to get in the cold water, but we still have warm water, so.
Well, I know we have a lot of viewers out there that really appreciate your beach and surf report, but also I think you might have inspired a few people to get out there and catch some waves.
That's
So,
the goal. That's the goal.
We're doing it right. High
Heck
five.
yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
Stefan,
you.
for joining us.
Thank you so
That's
much.
your beach and surf report. Now, it's a big holiday weekend around the coastal bend, and there is a lot going on. So much to do. So up next, we're going to let you know what's going on around the bend.
Ooh.